Hey guys, it is Wednesday and all is well. Just went to the infusion center to get my lung medicine. That was long overdue. I actually went too long between injections, and I've had some breathing problems lately. No, it's not COVID. And anyway, so I got what I needed to have done, and everything's fine. I just wanted to check in with everybody and say, you know what? Smile a little bit. This is okay. I mean, I'm not belittling the fact that people are sick or people are dying. You know, my heart goes out to all of them. I'm just saying, for the rest of us, you know, hang in there. Panic never helped anybody. Paranoia doesn't help anybody. Do your best to do your best, and trust God for the rest. That's an original Wade quote there. But yeah, I don't know, I was thinking about people last night, and thinking about how upset people are, and how just freaked out in general people are. And that is just not, I'm not going to live my life that way. And I hope that the people I love and care about, in fact the whole world, I hope that they're not living like that, because that's not really life. You know, it's one thing to be, you know, locked in your house and being, you know, the whole social distancing thing. I get that. But you don't have to be hiding at home scared of everybody and everything. This is only a prison if we let it be. You know what I'm saying? Your mind, your heart, your soul, let your heart soar. You know what I'm saying? Go outside. You know, even if you're just in your yard for a few minutes, just be alive, you know? Like I said, I'm not belittling the seriousness of the situation. I'm just saying that we've been in a lot of serious situations in this world, you know, and there's no reason why we can't laugh a little, love a little, and just, you know, be human beings. And you know what? For God's sake, don't call the police on your neighbors unless they're actually doing something that affects you. I mean, for real. I just heard of somebody that was, you know, online today, and probably best of intentions, not slamming anybody. If whoever said that reads this, I'm not slamming on you. I just thought it was pathetic. Somebody reported, or was planning to report, a guy that was sitting in his car at 2 different times a day in a parking lot with the windows down. Well, the windows are probably down because he's sitting in his car, and he's probably sitting there at a bus stop, more than likely to pick up or drop off somebody at the bus stop. Don't know that, but that's my guess. It's logical. So before you go calling the police and putting out a all points bulletin on somebody for parking, you might want to check or think about, you know, what is the deal here? Is this something that's necessary, or is this just me being paranoid? Paranoia makes people, you know, unreasonable. And it's reasonable to think that somebody would be sitting in their car with the windows down because, hey, it's nice outside, and sitting there with your air conditioner on isn't good for the car. Besides which, what if you don't have air conditioning? You roll down your windows, for crying out loud. I sat at the park for, I don't know, an hour a couple of weeks ago, and it was chilly outside, but I had my windows down because I love that breeze. It was so nice to have fresh air. So anyway, I'm just saying, you know, maybe for all intents and purposes, she might have been right. It might have been, you know, some weird thing going on. But at the same time, think about this for a second. Would we have been all interested and upset if this was before COVID-19? Probably not. People don't usually notice anything that goes on around them. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be careful. You should. But grow up a little bit. For crying out loud. Just saying. Don't anybody hate on me. I'm not hating on anybody. I'm just saying, it's just because there's a virus out there, just because people are sick and it's a worldwide pandemic, which is redundant because pandemic means it's a worldwide epidemic. Anyway, just because there is such a thing doesn't mean that we have to sell out our neighbors and be all upset with our neighbors and try to get our neighbors in trouble. You know, I mean, I can see if you think your neighbors are doing something wrong that's affecting you, that you could say, hey, you know what, you guys really should be more careful because this affects me too. You know what I'm saying? You could say something to your neighbor, but calling the police because somebody's, got a fire pit going in their backyard or whatever, okay, live and let live a little bit. To me that makes sense. But hey, you know what? Yeah, everybody has an opinion, and they're like armpits. Everybody has them, and most of them stink. So, whatever, you guys do your thing, do your best, and yeah, I pray for you guys. I think about you guys. It's okay if I touch my face. It's my face. I'll do what I want, and whatever else. Anyway, I didn't have a whole lot to say, except I'm getting kind of tired of the whole everybody turning on their neighbor thing. I'm like, what are you, selling out the Jews to the Nazis? What the crap? People are living in fear and paranoia and panic, and that means we have to call the police for everything. And oh, my neighbor just sneezed outside. We better call the police because those germs are in the atmosphere. Oh my gosh! Come on, let's relax a little bit. If it doesn't affect you, chill out. And even if it does affect you, think about what you're doing. The police have actual crimes, real things to take care of. There are murders and robberies and all kinds of things that the police are busy with. Let them do their job, for crying out loud. They're not the sneeze police. Not saying that there's never a time to call them. I'm not saying that. Don't quote me on something don't say I said something that I didn't. I'm not saying that there's never a time to call the police. I'm saying, if your neighbor's outside, unless he's sneezing, coughing, spitting on you, shut your mouth. They're outside. They need to be outside. They need some air. You need some air. Deal with it. And if you decide to be locked in your house and not go in your yard, don't be petty because your neighbor went out in their yard. You can stay locked in all you want. If your neighbor's in their yard, they're not hurting anybody, then stay in your house. You're safe. And they're not hurting anybody, so everybody else is safe. So, what's the reason to call the police? It's because people have pounded it into your head that you need to report everybody. Just like the people were told to report Jews, and they were shipped off somewhere because you reported them, but you had to report them because you're scared not to. Well, this is a virus. Let's chill out a little bit, live and let live. Your neighbor is the same neighbor they were before COVID. If you didn't call the police then, don't call the police now. That's just my advice. Just saying, you can take it or leave it. I'm not charging for it, so there will be no refunds, and all that jazz. Love you guys. So much more to say, but pretty much that's good enough. See you, bye.